Men of Reddit, what do women do that they think is okay, but is actually creepy? Honestly, hands down, women who exploit emotions of men. We may not all cry in the movie theater, but we are not incapable of experiencing deep painful emotional wounds. In general, it seems to be more acceptable for women to rag on guys for our image, like our height, weight, or income, while the flip side being that men cannot criticize women without being a pig. So yeah, women who nitpick guys for superficial reasons are creepy, arrogant, and covered with more red flags than a game of Minesweeper. Being hypocritical about sexism. Hear about guy hitting girl, what an asshole. Hear about girl hitting guy, well, what did he do? Older man hitting on much younger woman, what a creep. Older woman hitting on much younger man, you get it girl. Making small penis jokes, funny. Making fat jokes about men, funny. Making short jokes about men, funny. Making any jokes about a woman's appearance, super not okay. Always asking if I got flirted with, no matter where I go. Did anyone flirt with you? What the hell? It's flag football. Who would flirt with me at flag football? Tickling and getting pissed when I don't like it. Girl, I don't like getting tickled. I really hate it. I don't care that it's some way to show affection. I don't want it, and for duck's sake it's not my problem and I don't have to man up and take it. What the hell? No means no. Wife bragged to friends about our sex life. We live in a small town and now it feels like everywhere I go, I'm being giggled and smiled at. It's really violating. Time to tell your wife it's not okay. I'd be mortified. IDK if it's just me, but the baby voice plus behavior really puts me off. One annoying girl that unfortunately hanged out with my friend group kept doing this to my friend. I think she liked him. I proceeded to baby voice at my friend immediately after she did it. It killed it pretty quickly. You know what you don't like men doing? You don't get to do that either. Just apply that to literally everything in life and you'll come out ahead. Tell me that my almost 2-year-old son is so handsome and going to break hard / be a lady killer. If I rolled up to a park and told her mom how good looking her daughter was and that all the boys are going to want her, they'd call the cops. Not exclusively a woman thing, but my ex would screenshot our text conversations and send them to her family and friends for reaction, like mundane conversations. Not even anything interesting. It felt like a very creepy violation of my privacy. Also, she was an idiot. Hope you see this, Laura. You have to install this GPS tracking app on your phone, so I know where you are anytime I want to check. Apostrophe. That's a serious trust issue. Yes, it is annoying. I have a friend that, whenever she starts dating a guy, just lists me off thing about the dude, like she's listing a resume. Never anything about the personality or sense of humor or what characteristics about them she enjoys. It's job, career, college, earnings, house. I had to tell her it was getting creepy because it just sounds like she's getting a checklist to impress people, not find a good person for her. Late to the party, but I haven't seen this mentioned yet. Distributing nudes they get from guys to their friends without permission. I've caught several women doing it, and they'll argue about it if asked to stop. Yet another example of it only being an issue if the genders are reversed. Maybe not creepy, but FFS stop pulling on my beard and arm hair. Like, that shit is seriously uncomfortable. And pulling out a beard hair stings like duck. It's literally attached to my face. You are in my personal space, tugging my hair, and causing me a little pain. Ladies, I don't care how fun it is. Please stop or I'll make fun of your eyebrows. Double standards on sexual harassment. I've pretty much only had female bosses at work in several jobs, and the amount of times I've received unwanted words, touches, hugs, grabs, feels, and kisses would shock most people. The way girls share really personal things about guys in relation to sex. Society and the media would have you believe that guys talk about sex all the time and just objectify the women that they've slept with. I don't know if maybe I'm just hanging out with the wrong people. But honestly, the most you usually get out of a guy is just that they had sex with a girl. And the only time we discuss details are when you're just like trading stories. But girls tend to like immediately report on things to their friends and share details that honestly could be embarrassing or uncomfortable for the guy. It makes me really uncomfortable and creeped out to think that if I sleep with the girls I have to just accept that all of her friends are going to know every detail about the experience. Size, performance, how long it lasted, how I look. It just feels like a huge breach of privacy. I've had this happen a few times, but I don't know if it is more common or less common. When I go to a bar for a drink on say a Friday night, I usually go with friends. I'll head to the bathroom and sometimes the bar will be crowded, so I'll have to slip through a group of people. Several times I'll get rubbed or caressed by women. Sometimes on the groin. Sometimes on the chest or shoulders. It's not wanted, nor am I signaling I want to be touched. Just saying excuse me and going past. It bothers me every time. Asking password to social accounts or phone. I had one like that. She would throw a giant shit fit for hours about wanting to see me email accounts for no reason. After hours of her bad behavior, I'd show her and let her look all she wanted just to find nothing. This happened multiple times and never got an apology. We broke up and of course she tells me that she was cheating. GL with that abusive woman, dude. Ask their friends to give them explicit details of their sexual encounters, especially if it's with a BF. Went out with a group of guys last weekend. There were 6 of us, and this random girl started hanging around us like a lost puppy and just wouldn't leave. She was attractive, but so obviously desperate for attention that none of our group of guys really cared to give her any. This girl was just looking at everyone, batting her eyes, and trying to hug everyone, but the guys were just pawning her off on each other. Not sure if this is pathetic more than creepy, but if a guy did the same thing, he'd be labeled with creepy. So yeah, she was creepy to me. I honestly thought she was a hooker or something trying to sell services or some shit. The way she was approaching dudes, it's not ducking normal. Probably trying to get free drinks. Going to pride events / gay bars and groping the men, whether they like it or not, like duck off. Creep. When women say things like, if I were 10 years younger, about underage boys, it's creepy, gives off pedo vibes, and if the genders were reversed you'd call the FBI. Pulling up the hem of your kilt to see if you're a true Scotsman. Being way too open about their sex life. I have never in my life heard a guy describe exactly how his GF's vagina looks like, or how she sounds when orgasming. Unwanted physical contact. Was out to dinner with a bunch of friends. Coincidentally, they were all women, and the waitress was hitting on me, which involved obvious compliments, which I don't care about, and putting her hands all over my shoulders and upper chest. We all had a laugh about it after, but I was seriously weirded out by it, and with the genders reversed I guarantee no one would have been laughing about it. Man, y'all are in some unhealthy relationships. Making a new social media account after I block you. As a gay guy, women seem to think that it's okay to touch me in a general way, and sometimes even in a more inappropriate way. Lady, I don't know who you are. I don't care who you are. Sure, we had a nice brief conversation, but don't touch me. Don't wrap your hands around my leg so you can gawk at the size of my legs. Don't squeeze my pec, or think that I want a hug despite never having met you before. I'm avoiding physical contact, not only to be respectful of your boundaries, but because I also have boundaries I don't want you to violate. Consent works both ways. Always. Don't touch me. X demanded I take down of a single picture of a platonic female friend who I have known over a decade and who is happily married to a mutual friend of ours. Said picture was part of a cluster of 8 total. The other 7 pictures were just group pictures of said platonic friend and mostly other male friends. I'd wager that most women wouldn't do this and wouldn't think this is okay. But my now ex-girlfriend went through my phone without asking for permission. In my experience, not necessarily a majority, but not unusual, which is why I conduct business through burner phones and airdrops. How has nobody mentioned this? It's definitely not most women, but it does happen sometimes. Get pissed off if you are not in the mood for sex. Like WTF, you're a man. You always want to have sex. Do you not like me anymore? No, Andrea. I was just not horny that day, and yes, I liked you a lot. Holy crap, thanks for the gold, stranger. Disregard consent with gay male friends. Perving on men. So many times in the workplace I have heard women say what they would like to do to a certain man, almost drooling in public. If a man said the same comments, they would be fired. Straight girls who go to gay bars to be all like yes queen you woo, and straight girls who go to lesbian bars and get offended when a girl hits on the Reddit. Thanks for the upvotes. And I know what rip in barks means now, Mayo edit too. I'm on Reddify. Love that for me. Setting up traps to test us. Being upset with something we did / said in your dreams. Lying to our faces when we ask direct questions like, what is wrong? How are you? Etc. Edit. Thank you for the gold. Kind stranger. Seems I hit a few nerves with this comment, all of which have affected us in different ways. Talk like a child. I don't know if that is creepy, but it is super annoying sometimes. But I do like 87 voices in a day, so I'll let it slide. A few of my relationships have ended because my GFS wouldn't talk to me about an issue in our relationship, which is weird cause supposedly that's a male trait. I just don't like confrontation. Well, the alternative is that I'm breaking up with you now because you've avoided talking to me about the issue for a few months when I keep trying to bring it up. So. Edit. To everyone asked how is this creepy? It's not. I wrote this on 4 hours of sleep. I thought this was just a what do girls do in relationships that's annoying. Type thread funny how I got gilded though. Never been gilded for being so off topic before. This is only really for the gay men out there, I think. But having a girl instantly label you as her gay best friend as soon as she finds out you're gay. Like, bitch, I don't even like you. OMG, we should definitely go shopping sometime. Did you watch RuPaul last night? It was such a good episode. Can you take me to the gay club tonight? There are so many attractive guys there. Touching me when you're a complete stranger. I'm in really good shape, and the amount of women who would touch my arms, shoulders, and chest when I'm out was too high. This might be a cultural thing for Latinos, but there were some weird sexual comments said by female family members to my son when he was a toddler. They would call him my boyfriend and ask for kisses in a very aggressive way. When I changed his diapers, they'd stand around and say "Liquinesis pip," which roughly translates to "whose dick is that?" which led me to always change his diaper in a private room, even when told that you can do it here. It's okay. We're all family. One of my aunts even commented on how his dick has grown since he was a baby. Yeah, his whole body has grown. There's no need to talk about his penis specifically. Step away from my child. I guess this is all done in a cute or innocent way, but I never liked it. The admin assistant in my office tells me to smile at least once a week when I walk past her desk. Go duck yourself. Failing to realize that sometimes free time needs to be me time and shouldn't automatically be she time. Glamorizing the male body at work or in other non-casual situations. I've had coworkers speculating about the size of other coworkers' genitals in front of me, talking about nude scenes of favored actors, talking about marital aids, etc. If a guy was similarly casual about sex, it would be considered highly inappropriate, but women seem to get away with it as innocent fun. Telling you how you feel because you didn't do something trivial. You don't love me. You didn't call me before you went to bed. No, I ducking fell asleep because I was exhausted. Now I'm awake. Still here. Still love you. Let's not make it a thing. She makes me suck her toes to wake her up. Maintain a relationship with our mom even after the breakup. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.